Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shan and today I've got for you the 5 things or habits that I've picked up or changed during lockdown that I am not going to change again. Obviously we've all been living a very different life during lockdown, no going to the shops, no spending a lot of money. It's been a huge learning experience really, and learning where your money goes actually. I've never really sat down and gone, oh yeah, here I've spent this, here I've spent that. You know, little trips out with the kids, days out, things like that, they all add up, and obviously we're not doing those at the moment. There are a few habits or things I've started doing which I'm definitely not going to change after lockdown, so I thought I'd share them with you. The first one, we really struggled to buy bread to start with. We couldn't get it through online shops, so we started making it ourselves. I have a bread machine. I got it a couple of years ago from my mum for Christmas, and I used it a bit to start with, like maybe once a week to start with, then it went to like once every 2 months, and then I just stopped using it, as is often the way with that type of present. But in lockdown it became like the one thing we needed. I was so grateful to my previous self for having bought, about 2 weeks before lockdown, I bought a massive thing of yeast, and that was a very good plan, it turns out. Also had a big thing of skimmed milk powder, which you also need often if you're going to make bread. So I had everything that I needed apart from flour, and luckily in the village they started up like a micro shop. One of the pubs started up this kind of pop-up shop that sold amazing flour that I could literally buy by the 16 kilogram bag if I wanted to, and I did, and it was very heavy carrying it home. So making bread has been a really kind of nice ritual. I say nice, it started out as a really nice thing to do, and then I began to feel really pressurized into doing it. So what we're doing now is that we get a food delivery every 10 days, and with that food delivery we get 1 loaf of bread, so I get a few days off having to make bread, which is, again, it's really nice just to have some different bread as well, just to eat something slightly different. But making bread is definitely something that I will carry on doing after lockdown. It may well not be quite so often, but it will be at least once a week, because there is nothing better than the smell of freshly cooking bread in the kitchen. In fact, it does begin to drive you slightly insane sometimes. The second thing that I will definitely not change is that we now get a milk delivery, and we'd kind of ummed and ahed about this before lockdown. I wish we'd done it sooner. We get it delivered in the glass bottles, which I think was like 10p a pint-ish more expensive than the plastic. But for me, the reason for doing it is partly for ease and also to reduce our plastic consumption, and it has done so massively. The bottles are dropped off obviously with milk in them, and then you pop the clean bottles back outside, they're taken away and recycled, and then you get another 4 bottles. It's, you know, it's brilliant, and we get 12 pints a week, which I thought was quite a lot, but it turns out my kids drink a whole pint between them just on their breakfast cereal. So we do get through quite a lot of milk a week just based on the kids eating cereal, let's be honest. And that's something that I love. I love knowing that 3 days a week we have fresh milk waiting outside for us. The kids have got into the habit of bringing it in, sanitizing it on the outside, all that kind of stuff, and popping it away. We're using my grandma's old milk crate, and it's probably at least 60 years old. But I definitely will not go back to buying milk from the shop on a regular basis. When the B&B is back open, we will probably have to top up how much milk we have, and we'll probably need to buy some for guests, but I don't envisage us buying a lot. Or we could just add to our order on a Friday a couple of extra pints when we know we've got guests. It could work out that way. So definitely won't be changing that either. Number 3 is a lot more family time, and obviously times have been really fraught with families. I know mine certainly has, but especially living in the B&B, we never get to spend time together as a family over the weekend, other than kind of ferrying kids to and from their various sports that they do. We don't really ever kind of sit down and watch a film or relax. We do sometimes go out for a walk on a Sunday and things, but we don't ever really have kind of solid family time. And what we've been doing for the last 7 weeks is watching Star Wars on a Sunday afternoon. We just all bundle in and just snuggle down together and all watch a film. I've never seen Star Wars before. I know, shameful. So we've been really kind of enjoying that time together. It's not something we get to do that often with the B&B, and I guess that's the main positive to take from this. Obviously it's been ridiculously hard having no income since March, but there are positives in there, and we still have a roof over our head, and we have food on the table, and kids around, and family who love us, and we get to spend time together, which is lovely. So I know that when the B&B season starts again, it's going to be ridiculous, but I'm hoping that we get to kind of make sure that we have, even if it's one night a week where the kids have a late night, then again, it's something I think is really beneficial for all of us. Number 4, Pizza Friday. Who doesn't love a Pizza Friday? And as I've said before, we don't live anywhere near takeaway or anything like that. I would always previously have given the children a like a supermarket pizza. I would never have thought about making my own pizza, but that bread machine comes in useful for many other things. So on a Friday, my son, about 4 weeks ago, maybe longer, said, right, we're having pizza on Friday. I was like, right, well, I'll make the pizza, it's fine. So we used pizza flour, but you can use plain flour, and it's just a few ingredients: pizza flour, caster sugar, melted butter, yeast, flour. No, I've already said flour. I think that's water. That's it. So 5 ingredients, and it tastes amazing. Oh, and salt. I can't remember if I said salt. It's absolutely delicious. I don't like oily pizza, so I wouldn't normally eat pizza, but this is like light and fluffy and really, really filling. So one lot of pizza dough does 4 pizzas, so one for each of us in the family, and we get to put our own toppings on. We all get to be involved. So I think Pizza Friday is definitely going to be staying. And number 5, which is one that came about purely because of financial reasons, is drinking less. I don't think I drank a particularly huge amount before lockdown, but my husband and I would easily get through a bottle of Prosecco on a Friday night and a different bottle of Prosecco on a Saturday night, just kind of chilling out, relaxing. We'd just sit and have a bottle of Prosecco. Obviously, funds suddenly got very tight when lockdown happened and there was no income for me. So we've actually cut back massively on alcohol, and we might have like a small bottle of beer, maybe 2 bottles of beer on a Friday night. I also haven't really been drinking because of I'm now on medication, which is definitely another video. So just kind of really cutting back on alcohol, but I feel a lot better for it. I feel brighter and lighter, and I don't think I've ever really had a hangover before, but I'm definitely kind of waking up earlier and sort of bouncing out of bed ready for the day, which is really nice. I think we will stick to not drinking as much alcohol. It's definitely doing both of us a lot of good, I think. So those are my 5 things. What are the things that you have started doing in lockdown that you will definitely carry on doing, or the things that you won't change after lockdown? It'd be really interesting to know what everyone else's things are. And yeah, I'm sure you must have some good ones. Right, I'm off. I will speak to you soon. All right, bye.